Today we visit Yongsan Park. Yongsan Park is across from exit 1 of Seobingo Station on the Gyeongui-Jungang Line. There are signs that you face when you cross the street. The English sign of the US government property, no trespassing, still remains. Below that, there is a Korean sign indicating that Yongsan Park is 90 meters away. The US Forces Korea left here in 2019, but the sign has yet to be sorted out. Did they leave that place on purpose? It is a fence surrounding Yongsan Park. With the barbed wires on top, you can see that it was a place where access was controlled in the past. Fences with barbed wire in the park. The first impression of Yongsan Park is strange. Yongsan is an area located in the center of Seoul. It has long been a transportation hub in the history of the Korean peninsula due to its geographical characteristics bordering the Han River. It is said that it was a military supply base during the Joseon Dynasty. Before the beginning of the Japanese occupation in 1910, Japanese troops began to be stationed here in 1904. And after liberation in 1945, US troops were stationed here. In 2003, South Korea and the United States agreed to relocate the Yongsan garrison. From 2017 to 2019, part of the Yongsan garrison was returned as the US military station here moved to the provinces. The return place was open to public in 2020. However, foreigners have occupied the main point of Seoul for more than 100 years. It is the entrance of Yongsan Park. Fortunately and naturally, the entrance to the park is not intimidating. On the wall it says, looking back on the past, dreaming about the future, and looking at today. I think of the historical background of this place, the ongoing development to be park, and the park as a healing space to be completed in the future. On the other side of the wall, it says, "It's you we want Yongsan Park friends." I don't understand what it means. You don't have to be too serious, but I wish they had thought about it more. A guide map of Yongsan Park, which is currently open, is attached in the entrance of the information lounge. Entering the entrance, a guide is introducing Yongsan Park. Next to her is an old map of Yongsan and Seoul. You can see the location of Yongsan facing the Han River. It is a more detailed guide map. This place was used as US officers' accommodations in Yongsan garrison. It is said that some facilities have been remodeled into spaces for culture, exhibition, and experience. When you exit the information lounge, you will find a parking lot and a housing complex. It is said to be the place where the US Forces Korea and their families stayed until 2019. It is exotic in appearance as it was built for the US military. It is different from typical houses and apartments in Korea. Even the parking line looks exotic. I'm just walking around, feeling the atmosphere for a while. Photos explaining the history of Yongsan Park are on display. This is a picture of the old Yongsan Station. It does not say when it was built, but it is presumed to be during the Japanese colonial period based on its architectural style. At the time, it is said that Japan built Yongsan Station by imitating the European architectural style. It is quite different from the traditional architectural style of our country. It says Namsan and Yongsan garrison immediately after liberation. This picture was taken in September 1945, just after the liberation in August. This is a panoramic view of the Japanese-Korean Army Command. The picture was taken in September 1948 after the liberation. In 1950, the Korea War broke out. During the Korean War, other buildings disappeared and only the middle building remained. It is said that the remaining building was used by the US military as a bunker. This picture was taken in the winter of 1953. In other words, it was right after the end of the Korea War. It seems to be the time when post-war recovery and aid to Korea began. The residential area is well built. The leaves are beautifully colored because it is a season of autumn leaves. People are busy taking pictures. Yongsan Park is known as a popular place for young people to take pictures. Most of the visitors are young couples who enjoy dating or people who want to post pictures on social networks. This is a picnic area that you encounter while walking in the park. It is guided on how to use the place. The grills used by the US military still remain. It gives a sense of their life. There is a letter sculpture written as Yongsan Park in the lawn yard. The trees planted in front of it is colorful and beautiful. People are taking pictures in a row with exotic houses and trees behind them. A house is open for the general public to enter. The stories of the US Forces Korea and their families who lived here are introduced in this house. They were the people who stayed here to help Korea. Whatever the political and strategic intentions of the US military's presence were, I'm grateful to each individual. The fence at the time of the Yongsan garrison is torn down and displayed. Is this asking the visitors to remember the history? Or is it an imitation of the broken Berlin Wall? It's hard for me to understand the meaning. The playground for children is cleanly built. I can see the children on the swings in the distance. Listening to the children enjoying themselves, I realize I'm too serious. I want to enjoy the beautiful space too. This is the Yongsan Park exhibition space. In the entrance, it says Yongsan Exhibition is a space for understanding the past, experiencing the present, and discovering the future of Yongsan Park. As you enter, you can see the miniature of Yongsan Garrison. The part that rises high right in front is the part that is currently open. It is said that the entire area of Yongsan Garrison is similar to Yeouido Island. Going around the miniature, I feel the scale of Yongsan Park is enormous. If the entire space is created as a park, it will be a rest area in the city center like Central Park in New York. The history of this place is summarized in a chronological chart. Japanese occupation period from 1904 to 1945, the period of the US military presence from 1945 to 1988, and the subsequent efforts and discussions for returning the land are introduced. This is what I summarized in the beginning of the video. Is the gallery zone. Eight works selected through an international competition for design of Yongsan Park in 2012 are showing. It is said that there are many unknown US military bases other than Yongsan. According to the agreement between South Korea and the US, 82 US military bases are subject to return, of which 66 have been completed. There are still 16 places that have not been returned or partially returned. The return of US military bases is still ongoing. However, it is said that the return schedule is not fixed. After the return was promised, an environmental survey conducted on US military bases since the early 2000s have found that first-class carcinogens. The pain of return continues. The hidden history in such a beautiful park is not easy.